Hello, everybody. I'm Anthony Rockers, the Yellow Submarine, and today is day 16 of 30 Day Song Challenge. And this one is a topic called A Song with No Words. And this one is definitely the biggest issue that modern music does have. Because think about it, music. Because I don't want to dive too much into it, but I'm going to choose. I chose a piece because this. If you read by the title, yes, I put in Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and it is Piano Sonata number 2, Rondo alla Turka, and also known as Turkish March. This is easily one of the most recognizable classical piano instrumental music of all times. I mean, I can't really call it instrumental, but more specifically, one of the most recognizable songs or pieces from any other classical 1800s composers at the time. This song, I will say, I've always loved this song even when I first heard it. I've always loved the piano riff to it. Like, it's easily recognizable. You can easily tell that's from Mozart. And yeah, and definitely Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart is definitely one of my favorites. I personally love Ludwig van Beethoven. Personally, at the moment right now, so far, personally, I love Ludwig van Beethoven a little more than Amadeus Mozart. That doesn't say I hate him. I still love his pieces, the what he made. But the Turkish March is easily one of the most recognizable pieces of all times from any other classical and piano, or you basically saying instrumental music. This is easily recognizable. And this topic, A Song with No Words, oh my gosh, this one, I wish more people are actually making music for the sake of music. Because think about it. What you hear on the radio is basically the same thing. Singing, rapping, and little to no talent, which is the definition of popular music. Or you could basically call it popular music. It means they have little to no effort or talent in their musics. But this is why Mozart and Beethoven, and even George Bizet, Johann Sebastian Bach, this is why all of those famous, well-known guys are going to be identified as the true classic icons from any other musics. Or not just like a certain classical, but more specifically icons of music. Because they actually made their music not about singing, they actually made it more about the music. That's why I love it so much. I mean, I get that. I'm guessing that was popular music nowadays, but I'm guessing that was popular music back then, but I much prefer those popular music back then compared to what you hear now, because nowadays it's basically popular music that basically has no effort in it. So it's time to make a change that if you want to become a musician or actually an instrumentalist, which I don't highly suggest to, because if you want to go to the mainstream, which I highly don't, then you have to learn all the courses in order to make music about true art, because everybody has their own definition of what music is. And I've already talked about this because even my channel is all about more on music, which I don't know what will I do in the future without besides talking about music all the time, but I will see what happens in the future. But I chose Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's famous Turkish March. It's the most iconic and well-known ones from Mozart. Because, I mean, if you never listen to it entirely, you're easily going to be recognizable by this song. And this song, or this piece, if you will, this piece is definitely one of the most well-known ones. And I will say the piano riff for it sounds really interesting, and I do actually enjoy it. Even though I don't care, like, if it's repeated a couple times, but it does actually have a very interesting sound from Mozart, too. There's not really anything to say personally about this, because this is definitely, I will say this again, it's basically because just by the title Piano Sonata, it's mostly about composers basically playing the piano, which I love hearing it, especially as a piece that's more. This goes to show you that he was all about making music. He wasn't trying to make it all sound. I mean, not sound the same, but he wasn't trying to make it. I'm just mad about modern music these days that are always going to sound repetitive as always. I mean, this piece, I will say, is definitely one of the most well-known ones, and I actually do enjoy it. And this is definitely one of the most well-known ones, and I actually enjoyed it a lot. So I decided to put this of Day 16, a song with no words. You could basically call it a music with no words. Like basically, it's basically shows you that they were basically all about the music, because you don't always have to make music just for the sake of singing lyrics. Just make it instrumentalist. Make it all about the music. Don't always make it sound like singing and lyrics all the time. Because then when you do that, the more repetitive and the more predictable it gets. Literally, everybody's not going to trust you in what you're trying to create in music. But this, I will say, is one of the most well-known ones. I love the piano riff for it. I will say the second riff for it, I will say the second riff sounds really good in the riff, because the riff sounds really good in the second riff. Like, wow, that's actually a pretty talented piano. I will say that actually sounds really good, and I love the so far, judging by the piano, how he plays it, sounds really good, I will say. Even for techniques, it actually sounds pretty good with the techniques. And definitely, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart has so much influence on music, definitely. You can even tell by the sound. Well, because I believe, if I am correct, I believe Evidences, the singer Amy Lee, was influenced by Amadeus. And that's crazy, because she's from a symphonic metal band, Evidences. That's it. That's actually awesome. That's pretty cool, because I mean, that goes to show you how much of influence they had over music. Because, yeah, that's all I have to say. So this is just Day 16, a song with no words, or song with no words. Let me know in the comments down below, what would you put on that in the comments. It's all just opinion based, so this is just for fun. Just let me know I would be curious. I would love to know, what is the song that you decided to choose with no words in it. And if you guys enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications every post that I upload, so you can go notified to go directly to that video. And comments, share this video with your friends and family. And my social media, Instagram and Facebook, are in the description as always. And I will see you in the next video. Change the world. Peace and love. And also, keep head banging. Yeah.